Hello everyone, it's Lizzie and welcome to my channel. So today is another fragrance video. I do have a fragrance playlist which has curated all my fragrance related videos called The Fragrance Space. So if you are interested in checking out my perfume collection as well as sort of reviews on certain fragrances and fragrances that I wouldn't repurchase, definitely check out that playlist. All the products mentioned will be in the description box down below. So today's video is going to be all about long-lasting fragrances. I love fragrances and I love fragrances that last long. There's nothing worse than having a fragrance that you love the scent of and literally only lasts 3 hours. So I'm going to be dropping a few gems for you guys. So hopefully there is at least one fragrance in the few that I'm about to show you guys that you like and that you can also pick up as well to see if it works for you. But let me know if you know of any other fragrances that last really long. Definitely comment that down below because that's going to be a huge help for me, because I'm always on the lookout for fragrances that I can purchase that are long lasting. So I'm going to start off with Dior. The first one is Miss Dior Absolutely Blooming. I have done a Miss Dior Absolutely Blooming versus the Miss Dior, which I will show in just a second. So if you want to see that, a more in-depth review, I will leave that video in the description box down below. But this lasts 8+ hours. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's sweet, it's light, it's younger, it's floral. I will have the notes in the description box down below or in this video somewhere, just because if I start talking about the notes, you're going to be here forever. But this is the perfect spring summer scent, and it's floral. Gorgeous, lasts 8+ hours, lasts amazing on clothes as well. I know a lot of people don't like spraying their clothes just because they're scared of stains, but I'm someone that loves spraying my clothes. So if you're into floral fragrances, I would definitely recommend Absolutely Blooming as a fragrance that lasts long on the skin. Sticking with Dior, we have the original Miss Dior Eau de Perfume. All the fragrances that I've mentioned today will be EDP and not EDT, because EDP tends to last a lot longer than Eau de Toilette. But Miss Dior is a chypre fragrance, so it belongs to sort of the woody, earthy family. It's spicy, it's powdery, but it has elements of floral. So if you don't like sweet floral fragrances like the Miss Dior, I would definitely recommend. If you don't like sweet floral fragrances like the Miss Dior Absolutely Blooming, I would definitely recommend the original Miss Dior. It's sophisticated, it's for a strong woman that's ready to take on the world, a CEO, a founder. This is what I envision her wearing. It's a beautiful fragrance and lasts very, very long. It's also a fragrance that I find that I can layer with other fragrances. Quick tip is to layer your stronger fragrances first and then spray your lighter fragrances on top, and I find that this works well with a lot of other floral fragrances that don't last as long. So yes, we have Miss Dior Eau de Parfum. Next up, we have a fragrance from Chanel, and this is Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel. This sort of opens up as like a zesty burst of fresh citrusy lemons or oranges and bergamots and grapefruits. It's very citrusy, but it's so sophisticated. Again, I see a strong woman rocking this fragrance. Like, I feel like if I'm ready to rule the world, I'm going to wear Coco Mademoiselle. This is a fresh floral scent, so in comparison to Absolutely Blooming, this one, although it is floral, it's more on the fresh side. So if you don't like too floral, I would definitely recommend the Coco Mademoiselle. It isn't overpowering. It's a strong fragrance that lasts long, but it's not something that is intoxicating or that is an offensive smell. I find that Miss Dior is powdery and sometimes can be a lot from the initial spray, but this one is such a beautiful sort of sophisticated fragrance that is very zesty. Again, I will have all the notes somewhere in this video or in the description box down below. I get about 8+ hours wearing this I can wear alone. If I'm going for like a meeting, this is the type of fragrance that I'm going to wear. It's such a womanly scent, so I'll definitely recommend Coco Mademoiselle. Next up, we have a fragrance from Lancome, which I feel like this is a fragrance that most people are going to like. It's a fragrance that's not offensive. It's a safe fragrance, but a fragrance that lasts so long on the skin. I do want to mention that when it comes to fragrances, it's very subjective. So all the fragrances that I'm mentioning, although they last long on me, they might not last long on you. So I definitely recommend getting a sample, trying it out on your skin before you make the purchase. I probably should have said that in the beginning of this video, but it just came to my mind. Back to Lancome. This is Lancome La Vie Est Belle, and this is a pretty feminine scent. When I think of pretty, I think of Lancome La Vie Est Belle. It's such a beautiful fragrance. It's sweet, it's vanilla-y. If you're someone that doesn't like floral but you love sweet vanilla scents, I would definitely recommend this. It's definitely a safe scent that's perfect for a date night, lunch with your girls, going to work. It's a fragrance that you can literally wear all day long, that's non-offensive, it's feminine, it's pretty, and that lasts really long on the skin. This is a fragrance that I don't have to layer on any other fragrance because it's just so delicate and pretty and feminine. So definitely recommend this. 8+ hours wear. Next up, we have my all-time favorite fragrance. I actually have a whole family of these, which I'm going to do a video on. If it's out, I will leave it in the description box down below. But this is Giorgio Armani C. Love this fragrance. I have an attachment to this fragrance. This is probably like my 4th, maybe 5th bottle. I will keep on repurchasing this because it is such a sultry, intense fragrance. It's a perfect balance of fruity and sweet with a sort of soft spice, and I love that combination together. I think out of I have 3 of the Giorgio Armani C fragrances. I have C Fury and C Passion, and this one I think lasts the absolute longest. Definitely 8+ hours. I think I mentioned in my collection video that I went to an interview one time and the lady hugged me. I don't know why she hugged me because I didn't know her, and most of the times you shake their hand. This was before COVID. You shake their hand, but she went in for a hug and she was like, oh my god, you smell amazing. And I was just there like thanks. I was so happy when she said that, just because like you spend all this money on fragrance, like somebody has to smell it. So when she said that and she asked me, I was like, this is Giorgio Armani C and you have to try it. Next up, we have an intoxicating fragrance, and this is Alien. All of their fragrances are just so unique and different, and this is a sort of warm sensual fragrance with main accords of floral, woody and amber. It's intoxicating, it's deep, it's mysterious. I love this fragrance. I feel like more and more people know about this, but I'm pretty sure when this first came out and you were wearing this, people were probably thinking, what the hell is she wearing? Because it is so intoxicating. Borderline, I feel like it's not going to be loved by everyone because it is very overpowering. Like, you will take over the room with Alien. It's such a strong fragrance, somewhat hypnotic. Like, it's like a potion, and when you walk into the room, everyone like looks at you like, what the hell is she wearing? So it's not a fragrance that's loved by everyone just because it's very intoxicating and it's very strong, but it's so long lasting. Like, one of the most long lasting fragrances. Like, all of these I've said last 8+ hours, but this I can definitely say lasts 10+ hours on me. Amazing. And on your clothes, oh my god, if you wash your clothes, you can still smell this. It's such a strong and beautiful fragrance. Lasts very long and definitely worth a try if you haven't. So last but not least, I have a fragrance that's not known by, I mean, it might be known by a lot of people, but I don't see many people mentioning it, and it is an Alexandre J fragrance, and it is Iris Violet. Let me tell you, this fragrance, firstly the packaging, stunning. This fragrance, one of the most long-lasting fragrances. Like, I've said that for all of these fragrances, but this one I would say is similar to Alien, 10-12+ hours for me, to the point where it's still on my clothes, lingering for days. It's such a beautiful fragrance. So this is a sweet powdery scent, and it's the perfect mix of floral and sweet. And it's sort of this is one of the fragrances that invoke a memory for me. It reminds me of Dubai. I love Dubai so much. So whenever I smell, whenever I smell it, it just takes me back to the beach and Nikki Beach in Dubai. I love this fragrance so much. So the top notes are sort of exotic fruits and dries down to notes of vanilla, musk and patchouli. Very, very long lasting. If you can get your hands on this, I would 110% at least try get a sample or trying smelling it in any store that you can find it. It's not easily accessible, at least from what I could tell. Like certain random websites will sell it, but I would only really recommend getting it directly from them. Don't know what that was. I would only really recommend getting it directly from them or from a retailer that you know is 100% legit, because I've been seeing these on Amazon and I'm not sure if those, I mean, they could be legit, but I just would be wary if you're going to spend this type of money on a fragrance. But beautiful fragrance. Like if you are in Dubai, or I think it's a French brand, if you are from France, in Paris, somewhere where they sell this fragrance, go and smell it. It smells delightful and I love it so much. So that is the end of this video. Let me know of any other fragrances that you are loving that last super long. When I did my collection video, there were so many of you, well not so many of you, but there were a few people that commented so many fragrance suggestions for me, and I've literally written them down in my little book here, without showing you too much, with my book here, all the fragrances that you guys recommend, because I am obsessed and there's nothing better than finding a fragrance that you love and that lasts a really long time. But let me know your thoughts and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.